What if your body has been trying to warn you and you've been ignoring it? Maybe you're always tired. Maybe you get random headaches. Maybe your stomach feels bloated after meals. Maybe you crave sugar all day. Your sleep feels broken, or your muscles twitch for no obvious reason. Most people brush these things off. They say, "I'm just stressed," or "it's probably nothing."
But your body is always communicating. And sometimes those small symptoms are not random at all. They're signals. In this video, we're going to break down 7 common signs your body may be trying to tell you something, what those signs could mean, why they happen, and when it may be time to pay closer attention.
Before we start, this video is for educational purposes only. It's not medical advice, and it's not a diagnosis. A single symptom can have many possible causes. If something feels severe, sudden, painful, or persistent, speak to a qualified healthcare professional. But learning how to notice patterns in your body can help you understand what may be going on, and sometimes catch problems earlier. Let's start with one of the most common body signals of all, fatigue. Not just feeling sleepy once in a while. I'm talking about that constant, dragging, heavy kind of tiredness. The kind where you wake up tired, push through the day tired, and go to bed feeling like your battery never really charged. A lot of people normalize this. They think being exhausted all the time is just part of adulthood. But your body doesn't usually run low on energy for no reason. Sometimes the explanation is straightforward. You may not be getting enough sleep. You may be under chronic stress. You may not be eating enough, drinking enough water, or recovering properly. But long-term fatigue can also be associated with things like low iron, vitamin deficiencies, poor blood sugar balance, burnout, thyroid issues, or a nervous system that's been stuck in overdrive for too long. The important point is this: fatigue is often not the problem itself. It's the message. I need better fuel. I need less stress. Or I need you to stop ignoring what's draining me.
If tiredness has become your normal,
it may be time to stop treating it like a personality trait and start treating it like useful information. Cravings. A lot of people think cravings are just about discipline. If you want sugar all day, you must lack willpower. If you want salty food at night, you must just be eating badly.
but cravings often tell a much bigger story.
When you constantly crave sugar, your body may be reacting to unstable blood sugar, poor sleep, stress, or meals that aren't satisfying enough. If you're skipping meals, eating mostly quick carbs, or running on caffeine, your body may start chasing fast energy. Salty cravings can sometimes show up with dehydration, stress, or inconsistent eating habits. And if you always feel hungry no matter what you eat, your meals may not be giving your body enough protein, fiber, or stability. Here's the interesting part. Sometimes the craving itself isn't the real message. The real message is what came before it. Maybe you underate all day. Maybe you barely slept. Maybe your energy keeps crashing, so your body is asking for the fastest fuel it can find. So, instead of asking, why do I have no self-control? A better question might be, what is my body missing right now? Because cravings are often less about weakness and more about imbalance. Another common signal your body may be sending: headaches. Because headaches are so common, people often ignore them, but common doesn't mean meaningless. A headache can be your body's way of saying you're dehydrated, or overstimulated, or tense, or underslept, or running on too much caffeine, or suddenly not enough. Headaches can also be triggered by missed meals, screen overuse, eye strain, poor posture, neck tension, or stress that your body has been carrying for too long. In many cases, your body is waving a flag and saying, slow down, drink water, eat something, step away from the screen, loosen your shoulders, fix the pattern. That doesn't mean every headache is serious. But if headaches keep happening again and again, your body may be pointing to a routine that's putting it under too much strain, and that's worth paying attention to. Now, let's talk about bloating. This is one of those symptoms that many people experience so often, they stop questioning it. They just assume it's normal. But even when bloating is common, it can still be meaningful. Sometimes bloating happens because you ate too fast, sometimes
because you overate, sometimes because you ate while stressed, distracted, rushed, or anxious. And sometimes certain foods simply may not sit well with your body. Your digestive system doesn't only respond to food. It also responds to stress, pace, routine, and nervous system state. That means it's not always just about what you ate. It may also be about how you ate and what condition your body was in while eating. If you notice bloating after certain meals, certain habits, or certain stressful situations, that's valuable information. Your body may be saying, slow down, chew more, reduce stress, stop eating on autopilot, pay attention to patterns. Occasional bloating can happen, but if it's frequent, uncomfortable, painful, or getting worse, that's not something to ignore. Your gut often speaks early. The question is whether you're listening. Another sign people often overlook is muscle twitching or cramping. Maybe it's your eyelid twitching for days. Maybe your calf cramps at night. Maybe you get random spasms when you're sitting still and trying to rest. In many cases, these things can happen for fairly simple reasons. Dehydration, fatigue, stress, overuse, poor recovery, low sleep, or just asking too much from your body for too long. Muscles depend on hydration, recovery, and balance. When your body has been pushed hard, rested poorly, or stressed constantly, those little signals can start appearing. Sometimes the message is surprisingly basic. I need fluids. I need rest. I need recovery. I need less tension. Occasional twitches and cramps can be common, but if they become frequent, severe, widespread, or concerning, it's important to take them seriously, because sometimes even small body signals are early reminders that your body has been overloaded longer than you think. Dry skin, dry lips, or just looking and feeling run down. These may seem minor compared to other symptoms, but your body often leaves clues on the outside before you fully feel what's happening on the inside. Of course, dry skin can come from weather, sun, indoor heat, or seasonal changes. But it can also reflect dehydration, poor sleep, inconsistent nutrition, stress, or a body that simply hasn't been cared for well lately. Sometimes you don't realize how worn down you are until you see it. Your skin looks dull, your lips stay dry, your face looks tired. You just don't feel as resilient as usual. These signs don't automatically mean something serious, but they can be reminders that your baseline habits may need support. More water, better meals, more sleep, more consistency, less stress, less neglect. Small signs still matter, because the body rarely jumps straight to a crisis. One of the strangest body signals is being completely exhausted, but unable to sleep. Your body feels tired. Your eyes feel heavy. You know you need rest. But once your head hits the pillow, your brain won't stop. Your thoughts keep moving. Your body feels restless, and somehow, the more tired you are, the harder it feels to shut down. This often happens when your nervous system is overstimulated. Stress, anxiety, late-night screen exposure, too much caffeine, inconsistent sleep habits, and mental overload can all keep your body in a subtle state of alertness. So even when you're tired, your system may not feel calm enough to let go. That's why poor sleep is not always about needing more tiredness. Sometimes it's about needing more safety, more calm, and more rhythm. Your body may be saying, I need less stimulation, I need more routine, I need less stress, I need help coming out of survival mode. And it's one that a lot of people live with for far too long. Here's the bigger message behind all of this. Your body usually whispers before it screams. Fatigue, cravings, headaches, bloating, twitching, dryness, broken sleep. Any one of these can seem small by itself, but when the same thing keeps happening again and again, it stops being random. It becomes a pattern, and patterns are information. The goal is not to panic every time you notice a symptom. The goal is to pay attention, to stop dismissing what your body keeps repeating, to notice what triggers it, what improves it, and what your body may be asking for. Because the earlier you listen, the better you can respond. Your body is communicating with you every day.
The question isn't whether it's sending signals. The question is whether you're noticing them.
If you want simple explanations for everyday symptoms and body signals,
subscribe to Body Answers. And in the comments, tell me this: what signal has your body been giving you lately?